Welcome to Rugby Park, where, as you'll see, we're with Cammy Bell today. At this time of year, it's suitable to look back and look forwards. And if we can first of all ask Cammy, what's his highlights of 2012?
Well, obviously I think the highlight would be the cup final, the great cup run that we had, and winning the League Cup, first time in the club's history. So I mean that was definitely the highlight. There's obviously been a lot of good times. Beating Ayr in the semi-final was a massive thing for the club and the fans as well. We all knew how important that was, probably just as important as the final, I would say. So. But it was a great achievement from the squad that we had at the time, and I mean that was definitely the highlight of my career so far.
Okay, if we take you back to the final, I know what goalkeepers are like, and they remember absolutely every single save they make. That's part of the goalkeepers' union. So 2 minutes into the game, and Dudu passes the ball across the back. I've spoken to James Fowler and Gary Hay, and they gave their opinion. What did you think at that point?
I thought typical Dudu. He's brilliant most of the time, and has lapse of concentration some of the time. So I mean, obviously I look for him to bail me out, and I try to bail him out as well. So I mean, it was just one of them quick reactions. I was kind of out of my goal and out of position at the time, because I was offering to take the ball at my feet, and he's passed it across, and obviously I had to make a quick reaction and get across my goal. And I tried to get out to Hooper as quick as I could, and close his angle down the goal and make him make a decision pretty quick. So unfortunately it worked out for me and Dudu.
It woke him up, it was what everybody else said.
Yeah, I mean obviously after that he had an amazing game with the rest of the team. Everybody makes mistakes, so you're hoping that your teammates can bail you out, and that's what I hope. If I make a mistake, that they can bail me out as well, and it's a team game at the end of the day.
Talking about bailing you out, bailing others out, one of the things that Gary Hay said, and I think he's eternally grateful for, was he was just hung out to dry by Scott Brown, who then put a cross into Stokes, and I think you had a pretty good save at that point in time.
Yeah, I mean that was, I'll never forget that save. It's my best save in my career so far. It was one of them ones that when he headed it, I was kind of had to go back across myself, and as a goalkeeper that's probably the hardest thing to do, is when your momentum's going one way and try to get your body to go back the other way and make a save. And also the ball bounced in front of me, which is one of the other hardest things in goalkeeping. So it was just one of the reaction saves. It was only probably 6 yards out where he headed it, and Big Nels had lost him. So I think he was a bit grateful to see me get a claw to it and manage to claw it out, because it was kind of behind me as well. So I mean, definitely it's my best save in my career, I know that for a fact. Okay,
well, I think everybody knew that as well. Into the second half, and again you had some remarkable saves. You had the double save.
Yep, no, I remember that as well. I mean, I think somebody hit a shot, and then I made the save, and then it was another shot, and then the ball ended up going up in the air, and I had to catch it up in the air. And then I remember I kind of thought to myself at that time, it's obviously going to be our day, I think. And even though there was still about 10-15 minutes to go at that point, after I made it, I can remember Michael Nelson came and kissed me in the cheek. So that was a nice touch from him. But I mean, it was one of them days that you get them as goalkeepers that everything goes for you, and I'm just glad that it was in the cup final for me. It was a big stage, and I had a lot of points to prove to people that were questioning me whether I could handle playing in the big stage or not, and hopefully I proved them wrong. And I mean, I'm only going to get better as a goalkeeper as I get older, and I know that already, because the last 2 years I've progressed in my career, and I mean hopefully in the next 5 or 6 years I can progress even further and become a better goalkeeper. I think it's getting experience is the biggest part in goalkeeping, and game time is massive.
One final question about the final. You're 93 minutes into the game, and the ball comes through, and it's Stokes. What was your view on the penalty that never was?
Well, I've seen it back as well, and at the time I thought Big Nels got part of the ball and touched the ball, and I mean definitely obviously got the guy as well, but I mean I think he made contact with the ball, and I don't think it was a dive. I think it was a good tackle. Obviously the referee's been brave enough to make the decision that he thought was right, and I think he did get it right at the end of the day. I think he's made the tackle and genuinely went for the ball, and I think he's got part of the ball. So I mean, it was a brave decision by the referee, because obviously he had so many fans, 40,000 fans shouting for a penalty in the last minute. A lot of people can be influenced by that, but he stood up and made the decision that he thought was right, and thankfully it was in our favour.
You've had some low points as well, like your wrist break after a winder save against Motherwell, but you were recalled to the Scotland squad. What's your take on your future with Scotland?
I mean, hopefully I can get in as many squads as I can. I mean, I've always said that I love going away just to get experience and train with good goalkeepers, the best goalkeepers in Scotland. Obviously you've got Alan, who's a great goalkeeper, and I've always kind of looked at his game and seen if I can take anything from his game into my game and make me a better goalkeeper. Same with Craig Gordon, Matty Jolks are both good goalkeepers, so it's stiff competition in the goalkeeping department in Scotland. So I mean, if I can be there and be involved, I want to get more involved in the squads and be in every squad so I can get experience, and then hopefully I can start to get games at some point, and take it from there, and hopefully that'll be in the future and I can progress my career international wise as well.
Finally, the question I've got to ask you, with your contract up in the summer, where do you see yourself going, or is that just depending how things happen?
I mean, it's going to obviously depend. I'm negotiating with Kilmarnock at the moment. I know it was reported yesterday they offered me a 5-year deal, so I mean that's true. They have offered me a 5-year contract, but there's obviously you need to look into things and make sure everything's right for you, and I think everyone will appreciate that. And I've never said I want to leave the club, so it's always a good thing for me that the club want to keep me here. And I mean, hopefully we can continue in negotiations. I've always said that I want to play down south at some point, but whether it's now or in 5 years' time, then we'll soon see. Because I mean, it's very important for me to keep playing at this point in my career. I've just said before that the best way to become a better goalkeeper is to keep playing every Saturday. It's the best way that you can get experience and progress your game, really. I mean, you can train all you want, but you never get situations in training that's the same as games. So I mean, the more games I can get, the better goalie I'll become. So
you wouldn't want to go and be backup for somebody, you'd want to go and be first choice?
No, I would only go and be first choice. Or I mean, if it was a club came in and says you've got a chance, you've got a fight in your hands, I wouldn't say no to a fight, because I've done it before. I had to do it with Alan here and slowly get my way into the team. But I mean, it's very, very important for me to play, and I know that myself. And a lot of people say, would you go to a certain club for money? And it's not all about money at this moment in my career. At one point it might be, but I think it's very important I keep playing, because I'm not going to become a better goalkeeper if I don't.
Okay, Cammy, thanks very much. All the best for next year and all the best in your future career.
Thank you. Cheers.